Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
So, if you slap a girl on the butt and say, it's man talk, is that offensive? And you have to, like, get out of there?
It's man talk?
It's time for man talk.
If I get,
like, me
like,
and Pants are,
like to get out of here.
And I'm like, you know what, Tommy? Beat it. It's man talk.
Oh, I'd punch you.
Yeah.
What if we
happened?
snap our fingers?
That's even worse.
Man talk.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
No, I'd actually
The adults are
probably
talking.
just talk shit back.
Yeah.
But like in a serious note, what happened? What happened?
Oh,
I need to know the context.
Welcome to Cleveland, America. That is all. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Cleveland, America.
It's not a serious place.
Man
So-
talk.
We were watching some old James Bond and like
No.
Dean Martin movies. So James Bond, like with Sean Connery and stuff like that, they're so sexist and they're great.
Yeah.
Like it's like laughably funny, and like that's like he has a scene where like he slaps a girl on a butt and he's like, "It's man talk, sweetie," and just like sends her on the way. And my girlfriend just watched that and she's like, "Oh, I'd kill him!" Like she was so mad about it. And then there's a lesser known secret agent called Matt Helm. And so do you remember?
Wait, what's his name?
Matt Helm. He's played by Dean Martin.
Okay.
So you remember the movie that? So in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, what's the lady that's supposed to get murdered? Sharon Tate. Okay, so Sharon Tate is a star in one of those movies. It's called The Wrecking Crew, and that is part of the franchise of Matt Helm. This like. He's the original swinger spy.
I kind of love this way more than James Bond.
Dude, I don't watch it.
Dude, they're so good.
Bag,
Really? Wait,
bag
really?
serial James Bond appeals to me so much more than actual
Dude,
James
it's
Bond.
and like it came out around the same time, and they filmed 4 of them in 2 years and
Fuck
just
yes.
fucking farted them out, and they're like all the soundtrack is just Dean Martin, and then like even like throwing shade at like there's one scene where he turns on the radio and it's Frank Sinatra on the radio, and he goes, "This guy can't sing at all," and he turns the station to.
I
Dean
love
Martin,
that.
and he's like, now that guy can sing, and like it's all these like wink and nods, and
I
the
love
whole
that,
movie, the
honestly.
whole movie is just him getting laid by increasingly hot women, and then them getting killed.
That's what life is about, man.
Dude,
It
it's
is.
so funny.
That's fucking
And-
awesome. It's Matt Helm is the name of the movie?
No, Matt.
The
So
franchise?
there's 4 different movies. There's The Silencers, and
Good-
that's where they fucked
good
up is
name.
they didn't like brand it.
Yeah, Matt Helm,
under
colon,
Matt yeah.
whatever.
They're like Matt Helm is the character in all the films. So there's The Silencers, The Murderers Row, The Wrecking Crew, and then there's like one more.
The
It's like
Ambushers.
Ambushers, yeah.
That's so fucking
and
sick.
so
The Liquidator?
I don't think
Who
that
was
one.
it last? I don't know. These
Yeah, I
are
don't think
just
that
other
one-
movies. No, but those 3.
Yeah. So we watched the Silencers last night. That's the first one, and it's just so horny, right? Like. Like the whole movie is just like they don't show any nudity. They don't even really show any like insinuated sex. It's just like a lot of like closed mouth kissing, and but like you're a
Whim.
sex maniac, Matt Helm, and he just he's like, what am I gonna do? I can't help it. Like he's like, you know, the ladies allow me. Why should I say? Why would I say stop? Kind of stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's
hell yeah.
and it's very sexist, and that was why I brought up the whole like Sean Connery being sexist. My girlfriend's like, no, but she really loves Dean Martin, and she's like, he could sexually hurt her.
Honestly, I'm like a Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. Like I have a bunch of old DVDs because I
yeah.
enjoy that comedy, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I know it's like problematic.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I get it. Dean Martin could also
And that's,
be a piece of
that's-
shit to me.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing.
That's
It's like,
fair.
and I like,
No, Sean Connery was hot too, though.
but he didn't have the like
The swagger.
the humor and the swagger.
Not the swagger, yeah.
Like Dean Martin, like there's like legit laugh out loud moments in that movie
Yeah,
where I
I'm
was like,
sure.
okay, that was fucking very funny.
Yeah.
And then
also,
there's
Sean
like stuff-
Connery actually hit women.
What?
Sean Connery also actually.
Oh,
hit
Yeah, but I
women
think
in
they
real
did
life.
too. Didn't Jerry Lewis and Dean
So
Martin?
did Dean
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
they
so
all
did Dean
are.
Martin. They
Like,
all did.
I don't know. I don't
all of those.
There's
Literally all of
there's not really anybody with clean hands from
I
that.
was- yeah,
and if you
Yeah.
did, it just meant you were not around women.
Right,
It just
yeah.
meant you were gay.
I was going to say you were not straight.
Like, yeah, women were getting hit. It's like, put your dukes up because you're going to get it.
Yeah, if you were like a white man that predated 1970, you probably were putting.
You don't have to say white. Like that was across the board, and for a lot of
Sandy
cultures,
too, yeah.
still applies.
I don't
All
hit.
of them.
I don't hit women.
You don't hit women?
No.
Oh, it's because you're gay.
Should just do I have to start
I
hitting
think
women?
Sean Connery said it the
You can
best
be
in
gay.
that
You can be
Barbara
gay.
Walters interview where he was like, well, if you've told her twice.
Oh, dude, that's the worst. Like that predated the Me Too thing by decades, and everyone was still like, "Ugh, that's not great."
It's just so blatant on national TV.
Yeah.
She's like, do you hit women? Do you think you should hit women? He's like, yeah.
If you told them twice, yes.
How else are you going to get your point across?
What's the point of being a man if you can't beat the fuck out of a lady?
You could just not do that. They still let you have sex with them if you're nice to them sometimes.
I think
You
usually.
can hit them on the
Yeah.
butt.
Right?
But he also has a very obvious toupee and those.
Yeah, he wasn't handsome. Like a modern day version of Sean Connery would be like. I can't even think of any of them because just everyone is Botoxed
the dude
up.
from that Carry On movie. I feel like is a good.
Carry On.
The
Taron
airplane one?
Egerton.
Yeah, I could see it, I suppose, but even he looks like every man looks way more delicate than like what even like handsome men like.
Well, they also tanned constantly.
George Clooney maybe.
Clooney, yeah, but again, that guy's 60.
Yeah, George Clooney ain't young anymore.
I mean, anybody that's in like their mid 30s or younger, like the skincare, everybody looks more baby face because everybody moisturizes.
Yeah,
and
like
Right.
people don't
Stay
drink
in
as
the
much,
sun.
people don't
Yeah.
smoke as much. There's just access to supplements and
Well,
skincare. Like
Another one that I turned on was so like there's the eras of different James Bond. So it goes Sean Connery, and then they did one without Sean Connery with a guy named George Lazenby, and he was only 28 when he did it. So like he looks young, and like he actually I think kind of killed it as James Bond. And then they went back to Connery for like 3 more movies because it was just like a contract dispute.
yeah, he
kind
was
of
like
thing.
trying to.
And then,
Pull him over a
and then it
barrel.
went to Roger Moore, and Roger Moore is 45 years old in the first James Bond movie.
Damn, Jesus.
And 45 years old in like
Like the
1971,
70s. Yeah, dude.
73 or
You
whatever
look like
it was.
you're 80 then.
Yeah, dude, you look old as fuck. And his last one, he was 58, and he looks like Prince Charles. Like he looks so bad in it, and it's just like he's got like the Michael Caine neck that just goes into his chin.
Oh
and,
yeah, he's got the turkey neck.
yeah,
thing going on.
and because he's 58 years
Well,
old,
like-
and
Back then.
they still have to play like he's the hot young guy. I'm like, man, this, and that's the Octopussy is his last one.
I literally
Octopussy?
yeah,
everything
That's what it's called?
yeah.
everything about the Bond franchise is something I should like. I've never watched one Bond movie. I think I've
Same.
watched one Bond, literally one
I
of the
love 'em
fucking
'cause,
40 of
like
them.
especially like the old ones when they're just like trying to do like futuristic stuff or like trying to have like these intimidating moments, but they just it falls so flat.
No, I love, like-
compared to modern like movies. They
But
just
I love
didn't
like
have that.
retro, futuristic, like campy shit like that.
Oh, it's great.
And I
That's
just
why-
for
that's
some
why I
reason
love
I
it.
tune out.
Yeah.
I can't get into it.
It's
And
like-
I watched all the Nolan Batman movies, which are just Bond movies.
Yeah.
With a bat suit.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So if I highly recommend watching some of the old James Bond. I think that most of them are on Max or something.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and then it goes. So then it goes from Roger Moore to
Timothy Dalton? No.
Timothy Dalton's after Roger Moore. I think I'm missing someone.
There was because Timothy Dalton was the 80s, I believe.
Yeah, he only
maybe
did
the 90s.
3, and
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce
That
Brosnan's
was after
90s.
Timothy Dalton.
I felt like there was one more.
So Connery, Moore, Brosnan, Dalton Brosnan, Daniel Craig.
Yeah, that's later.
Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, George
Daniel Craig
Lazenby,
was like the first
George,
Bond.
okay.
David Niven.
Daniel
I don't-
Craig
I
was
don't
the
know
first
this
James
David
Bond to
Niven
lift
one.
weights.
Okay, no, okay, I got it. So yeah, it was Sean Connery, George Lazenby. I don't know who this David Niven is, but yeah, Roger Moore was 73 to 85, Timothy Dalton was 87 to 89. So he did 3 movies in like 3 years, basically. Timothy Dalton. He was a good Bond, honestly. Like, those weren't the best movies, but like the way, like, his looks and the way he carried himself, fucking dynamite.
I just remember
James
him
Bond.
as being the bad guy in The Rocketeer.
He's a bad guy in The Rocketeer. He's a bad guy in Hot Fuzz. Timothy Dalton rules.
Yeah, I just don't. Something about Bond movies. Maybe I just hate British people.
Well, then,
It could be
then
that.
Matt Helm is the guy for you.
Not named.
They're boring
Maybe I hate
as
British
hell.
people not named Tom Hardy.
You think they're boring?
Oh, I think they're so boring.
So like it's funny too because they were like the peak of action and like they were so innovative back in the day. And there's one I think it's called Thunderball, and they had underwater cameras and they're like, so we got to use these. And so there's like a 25-minute underwater fight scene where it's just slow underwater punches and like harpoons like nearly missing everybody. It's so bad, but it's like they were so proud of it. And like at the time,
People were
groundbreaking.
like,
Yeah, like, this is
People-
incredible.
People, especially now that there's these fucking nerds that are trying to like implement AI into filmmaking, I'm like, you guys don't understand how insane and how close you had to come to kill yourself to make a film in the 70s. Like that whole decade was defined by just crazy people that would spend 9 months straight on the other side of the earth just trying to kill themselves to make a 6-hour-long film.
One of the best outtakes from James Bond is there's a scene where one of the stuntmen has to jump from alligator to alligator
Oh
to get to the other side, and they
Alligators.
used real alligators.
Wait, really?
And he got fucked up, and then he got stitched up and had to do it again. And like finally
he
on like the
did
third
it.
take, and he gets it, and it's like it looks great, the one they got, but like the guy had serious damage.
What? I
from
did not
doing
know that.
How
Yeah.
bad do you want it? Like, how bad do you want it? You know
Think
what I
about
mean?
how many animals
Oh,
were
dude.
hurt during the making of like films back in the 70s?
I hate
So
it.
many,
Like,
yeah.
like-
dude,
like
Jim
pick-
Jeffrey told this story.
No, I don't want to know. Go ahead. You're
Okay,
right, man.
so there used to be a character in Australia where it was like a kangaroo that helped solve crimes, and they would,
I'm already on board.
and so like they would have to do scenes where the kangaroo was like Flipper, but it was a kangaroo, and he'd like point in different directions, and they would just like use amputated kangaroo arms to like point in the direction.
God,
Yeah.
like-
Dude, pick any movie. Pick any movie that predated
Sorry.
like VFX, like digital effects, and it's like they were doing the craziest. Sorry, I just spit everywhere. The craziest things you could like like Apocalypse Now. It's a miracle that movie even got halfway done.
Yeah.
That movie took literally, I think, like 18 years to make. Like, it was
Ew.
insane.
That's too long.
Who's that guy, that old like silent movie actor that would do his own stuff?
Buster Keaton.
Buster
Yeah,
Keaton.
but it was like
He-
he just had no wires or
No wires,
anything, and
craziest
he's just
shit you've
hanging
ever
off like a
seen.
train in
Yeah.
a car.
We gotta I think because
Buster Keaton was insane.
Yeah,
He's
like
the best.
I'm getting old and cranky. It's like we gotta gatekeep. We need we need to get maniacs back in like
Yeah.
creating
Well,
stuff
I mean, that's
again.
kind of why Tom Cruise has had
That's what
such
I
a
was gonna say.
long career, is because he's just a stuntman that can kind of act, and so like
He's
like,
also he cares about every aspect of filmmaking. Like he's
Right.
just one of those guys that's
he's
immersed
meticulous,
in
and
every
he puts his
aspect of
body
it.
on the line, and we've all heard the stories about how like breaks his ankle and does all this shit, and like he's earned the respect of the stuntman. Like usually stuntmen don't like when actors do their own stunts, but he is the guy that they're like, oh, he's doing shit that we wouldn't do, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
getting like hanging onto the side of an airplane,
He
taking off and
strapped
shit
himself
like that.
to the side of an actual airplane.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Like,
crazy.
fucking
Like,
stupid.
And
yeah.
I'm sure like a little of it for
when
the
you-
sake of marketing the movie is maybe overblown, but like, you know, when he does like that motorcycle scene from the last Mission Impossible where he launches off, it's like a Red Bull
Yeah,
content video in the middle of the movie.
yeah.
Like he spent 4 months
Training for that.
training
yeah.
for
Yeah,
that
no.
shit every day. Like no cameras, just him risking his life every day to do that. And it's like, yeah,
And
I
that's
don't-
why it's so funny when you go back and watch a movie like James Bond or Matt Helm and you see them do these fucking dog shit fight scenes where they didn't act like there was no kung fu or anything really yet. So it's just like one punch or them just like bumping into tables, and it's so bad.
I mean, I just don't. I feel like modern movies is like where the NBA is, where it's like no one has that dog in them anymore. Like someone gets a calf soreness and they take like 3 games off the NBA.
Yeah, I mean,
dudes don't do their own stuff.
Well, because because they're thinking about
dudes
the
don't want
whole
to lose
career
fights in their
and-
own
yeah,
movies.
yeah.
Like it's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sounding boomerish about it, but that's just the way I feel.
It's
It's how a broke man feels when you see a millionaire just not wanting to do the bare minimum.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, and but I highly recommend going and watching those Matt Helm movies and watching some old like as boring as they get. There's some fucking hilarious dated shit in there that just makes you go, that was worth it. Like, I mean, Jimmy, you love Misogyny, so like it's gonna really tickle you.
Oh, dude, I love it.
Yeah.
I can't
How
wait
was-
to go home and watch it.
Yeah.
Were you okay yesterday during International Women's Day? Did you? I wanted to reach out. I knew that was a long day for you.
I was furious. I was like, what is this greeting card bullshit holiday
Hey, man.
created by the Cabal Shadow Society that runs America?
It's
Who's
over
your
now,
favorite
man.
woman?
My favorite woman.
Jimmy?
That is hard.
You can only pick one.
I only pick one.
And it can't be your mom,
Fuck.
but your friends can pick her.
Hey.
I'm gonna go Candace Owens.
Candace.
I hate you. I hate you.
Isn't
You're gonna have to pass me the tissue.
bad? I think she's kind of hot. Or no, I think she's very hot.
Thank you.
That's all right.
You do?
I think she's so hot.
Really?
But like,
Do you?
No.
I don't
Do
agree.
you?
I really don't
I don't
agree
really
with the
know.
things
She,
she
like-
says.
Yeah.
But I
But
also
the way she says them.
yeah, but it's also
Hubba,
like,
hubba.
of course, everything she's gonna say is stupid.
Anyone-
She's a woman.
Because she's a woman. God
The
damn it.
shadow knows.
I don't like just anyone in this day and age that just goes and gives seminars and scolds people. I'm instantly like, can a plane fly in your face, please?
Truly.
Man or woman? Like, I'm like, why are we doing seminars? Like, why are we doing
Oh
seminars?
wait, can I change my answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy Elliott's wife. She's locked in. She's locked in. She's telling these beta cucks how to become millionaires.
Yep.
Mrs. Andy Elliott. I
Mrs.
think
Andy-
She legally changed her name to that. I think he made her do that.
Jimmy, we gotta do a GoFundMe to raise enough money to get you to join the Elliott Army.
Dude, I'm
That would be the
locked in.
greatest content series to see you go through like the training, like
It's-
emerging with like a haircut and abs. Yeah.
Take your shirt off.
You're just trying to sell us a Nissan Altima at all hours of the day for no reason.
Yeah, dude, 24 hours. That's when you sell the most cars. It's on Christmas at 6 p.m. at night.
Oh God! Fucking the pipeline of people I used to party with and go to shows with that just now just got gaslit into becoming like just salespeople. I'm like, this wasn't. I go, I don't know if you had dreams, but this wasn't it.
At all.
Whatever
Oh, yeah,
this is.
that's
This
right.
is-
Nobody wants
this
to
is-
sell things.
This isn't. This is, look, here's the thing. Really, people. There's an art to selling. Not
Oh, I
selling
understand.
Trump.
There's an art. There's a skill
No,
to
very
it.
It ain't
But,
somebody
like,
that I watched do like floor drugs at the grog shop in 2002. That ain't.
Right.
That ain't the one.
I disagree. I know a lot of my drug addict friends from back in the day. They were great at selling stuff and selling themselves and like manipulating people to give them rides.
Yeah.
They were all.
So yeah.
I mean, granted, they were selling cell phones at T-Mobile, but they were able to.
The cell
pay
phones
their
sell
bills.
themselves.
Yeah, they were.
Who's your favorite member of the Elliott Army?
Oh, dude. I'm
There's
gonna go
Garrett.
I'm gonna go with the big man, dude. Andy, he's my hero.
I mean, it's a
The
bit of a
fact that you
front
guys
runner
know
choice,
names
but
of these people is crazy.
No,
Like,
the-
I'm vaguely familiar with Andy Elliott, but I
love
don't
it
know any of this
so
shit.
much.
I only know Garrett because
can't,
when I
yeah,
first
I'll-
discovered Andy Elliott, he was giving a seminar and he called some dude on stage who was far from out of shape, and he just goes, "What's your name?" And he's like, "I'm Garrett." He goes, "Garrett, take your shirt off. Hurry." He goes, "Hurry, take your shirt off, Garrett." He goes, "Are you proud of that?" And it's like, a dude that by Midwestern standards was just kind of in shape. And then like Andy went in this big rant about like how none of his salespeople don't have abs, and I go, "This is the funniest genre of comedy that could ever exist."
We don't have abs.
Yeah,
It's a fireable offense in the Elliott Army.
dudes on TRT that wear hoochie mama shorts and have like the tape over their nose that just talk about cutting the bullshit out is like honestly like if you had an ounce of self-awareness, you'd be the funniest comedian alive.
And they're the ones that will unironically slap a girl on the butt and go, "Man talk."
I mean, listen,
and be like, "This guy actually gets it."
listen, man, that's the day and age. Unfortunately, we're in again. Mm-hmm. Not to get political about it.
You're not
Jimmy's so
wrong.
turned on right now.
He loves 2025.
Yeah.
Cutting out the bullshit.
Megan, we're just protecting American values, is all.
That's
the
it.
sad part is they might really be American values.
Yeah.
That's the sad
I
part.
think they might be.
I'm just gonna keep drawing my pictures and trying to tell my dumb jokes.
Jimmy, what if? So we'll keep the name out of this, but there is a specific person. I won't even say what they do, but you know who I'm talking about. She has a boyfriend, but you're in love with her. If
Ooh.
she was like, if you join the Elliott Army, we can get together. Are you signing up?
I'm already signed up. I'm there, dude. I'm coming. I'm showing up to the podcast with like tape on my nose.
No, clean
Jimmy's
shaven.
buff as fuck.
Clean shaven.
Just on
haircut.
You got a
TRT,
buff
my
Jimmy?
head
Buff
Just
Jimmy
oiled
the
up for no
Shadow.
reason.
And then she's like, "I was joking. That was."
I'm heartbroken. No. Actually, no. I wouldn't even care because I'm so locked in and focused.
Locked the
I
fuck.
don't even care.
What's the most embarrassing thing both of any of you have ever done to try to win the favor of someone else?
Raised her kids.
Should have waited for Bill to answer last, but it's,
I always have that one locked
Yeah,
and loaded.
yeah,
I've
it's
heard
hard
this
to
question
be-
before.
I can't think of anything. I'll be honest.
you
I-
never like been like a band that you just thought was stupid, but you're like, you know what? They're kind of. I could see it. They're okay.
Dude, I watched all the Twilight movies. Like,
Wait, hold on. Ask the question again.
What's like?
I deal with. Okay,
What's the
I
most out of the box you went to try and impress
Impress
someone?
Okay, this is not out of the box and not trying to impress, but I deal with fucking men watching their goddamn YouTube videos all the time. Any guy I watch, I'm just sucked into watching them like fucking watch videos. But
Like
other
sitting on
than
the
that,
couch with them?
yes, letting them do their weird.
no,
like,
babe,
but
I
other
love
than that,
watching
no,
an
I don't think
18-minute
I've
long
ever
documentary,
like
yeah.
done
Change,
anything to
yeah.
try to
Yeah,
like make
it
somebody
wasn't,
like me more.
You wouldn't be like, I guess I do like the bare naked ladies.
Actually,
No.
actually, that's a really fucking dumb question to ask Tommy. Like she's ever had to.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't think I've ever pretended to like anything, but I deal
What
with
are the
stuff
what are
that
the
I
dumb
don't
YouTube
do.
videos that they watch?
Dude,
Yes,
every
that's-
single
yes.
guy that I have dated, just like the most chaotic, like whether it's like toy making or the history of a band that they've never watched.
Don't go so far so fast. Toy making. What kind of toys?
Any kind of toy, fucking
It's like how it's made. or-
how they make them
Yeah.
and like resin toys
Oh, okay.
and
This is interesting. to
toys
me.
from like no,
This
they
is-
are interesting. I'm just like, why do boys like YouTube and random facts? So
because
much?
it's interesting, and it also like that's like the stuff where we can like absorb it and just get to, for one thing, tell people how something's done.
Okay, so that
which we
wow.
fucking
So there's
love.
that, and then like slapping competitions.
Okay, slapping,
What is
I-
that teaching me? What is
That's-
that?
Power Slap
that's
League
just
is
fun.
literally
Yeah.
objectively the stupidest
It's
thing
so
that's
dumb,
ever
but-
existed.
It's just
I watch it.
It's
And
just
I'm-
fun to watch people's faces change.
I'm like a
Yes.
lifelong
Like, there's
MMA
that one-
fan, but it's the stupidest.
It is
fucking
so
thing
dumb.
The
ever.
one where the girl gets slapped and she turns Asian.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
so
dude,
fucking
That's
funny.
crazy.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's honestly when you realize that that I found out they all get paid I think $2,000 to compete, to literally just willingly stand there and take CTE.
No.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, you know, this it's just sad. It's like it's not sporting.
Yeah, and like the band ones though, that shit drags me in. Like I'm like I don't know that.
The what?
Like it's like the true story or like the untold story about a band, and it'd be like somebody that I don't really have a
Oh,
lot of
band.
interest in. It'd be like
But you still get sucked
yeah,
in?
it'd be
Yeah.
like Savage Garden. I'm like, let's find out the dirty details
Yeah.
on Savage Garden. And then there's not really anything that dirty
Interesting
or
at all,
interesting,
yeah.
but I still watch the whole thing. And
No,
I'm
it's like, no, I just watched the fucking 30-minute commercial for the band Savage Garden.
yeah.
I don't like. YouTube deep dives, I don't really do. I've only recently started doing YouTube, which is like the stupidest thing I've ever said in my life. But I've been
Doing
watching a lot of
YouTube.
hockey
Doing
on
YouTube.
YouTube. Like I've been like doing a lot of. I've been. The algo has been serving up a lot of hockey to me lately. So it's like I'm like watching like highlight videos of just because I used to play hockey as a kid and I was terrible.
But you don't know that for girls.
No, for girls, I'm like, have you ever seen the movie The Warriors? Like, it's like,
That's a good movie.
have you ever seen the movie Pumping Iron? It's a documentary about Arnold Schwarzenegger in the late 70s.
Is that the one where he's like, I'm in the gym, I'm coming?
Yo,
Yeah,
dude, it's,
I'm coming in the gym.
All right,
I'm
I'm gonna be-
coming in the car. Yeah, everywhere. I'm coming.
it's like when you work out, you get the pump. It's something that happens when the blood rushes to your muscles. You're working so hard, and it feels almost orgasmic, like you are coming. But, actually, a fucking fascinating, awesome movie. But no, I'm a gentleman. I'm like, what do you want to watch?
Well, like a lot of
what
stuff.
do you want to watch?
So like a lot of stuff that I'll turn on, I won't make her watch other than my stand-up videos. Love you, babe. I'm not sure what happened. And some of them are really fucking good, and that's it, right?
There's a special place in heaven for you, Karen.
But I watch a lot of like sports talk shit, and then she watches a lot of murder documentaries, and the most recent one wasn't a murder documentary, but it was a child abuse documentary about that. And sorry, you're here. I gotta tell the story. It's about Ruby Franke, the Mormon mom that was like abusing her two youngest children. And as we're watching it, like I had just gotten back from Chicago, so we hadn't seen each other for a few days. And as we're watching it, she just like reaches over and grabs my dick. And I'm like, why now? Like they're like, and they just got into like the severe abuse of the children. Like the kid just like broke out of the home and is like emaciated, and like they're showing like the blurred out photos of like their bruised wrists and ankles, and that's when she's like, I'm gonna grab that dick.
Sometimes it just happens. It's not the content what's happening. It happens.
Well,
Oh,
you
Jimmy.
got
Don't
a
judge her.
apologist here. That's
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Jimmy,
fine.
I know the perfect woman for you.
Jimmy.
She just launched her TikTok account last week. She's kind of like a deep cut from the 2000s.
That's Brett Thomas's woman.
Casey Anthony?
Yeah.
He's
Thomas-
married.
She can kinda
He's
get
married.
it. She can kind of get it.
That's, I think, listen,
I've
give her a
given up on
follow.
love.
Throw her a follow.
Oh.
Given up on love.
Stop it.
You and me both, buddy.
I thought you were making
You
a
and me
connection last night.
That's just purely platonic.
Okay.
It's all
both. See,
platonic.
you think that.
Because the one woman that he truly loves is in a relationship. And
Oh.
and like he's made threats to me. If I'm like I'm not going out. Like I think.
Wait,
she's
do we know
adorable.
them?
Yeah. I'll write it down.
Hell yeah,
I'm trying to
I
keep
can't
it,
wait.
I'll check your
Jesus.
phones.
Cosmic
Wait, do I know
patience,
it?
buddy.
Wait, yes?
No, dude, I matched with this girl on Hinge, and I was like, oh, cool, finding like a cute like girl. I matched with, and she messaged.
Yeah, Jimmy, not to cut you off. I would be patient with that one.
I'm giving up.
No, never.
No, I know what he's saying. Because I
No,
not to
never
cut you
give up.
off.
This is
I
why I'm
see
giving
them
up.
together. I see the way they interact. There's something there. There's a spark.
Yeah, Jimmy, like you have to kind of you have to give up, but you also just kind of big picture have to be open to what the
Yes.
universe
All
delivers
right.
you.
You don't
Tell
need to
your
give up.
Hinge
Just
story.
let it
It's
happen
sealing
if it
off my
happens.
And do that too.
I'm locking in.
Elliott Army.
Some bullshit. I was on Hinge, and this girl, she messaged me. She goes, "Oh, you put your drink on my table at Brothers one day, like 6 months ago." I was like, "Oh, were you there for like the comedy show?" And she's like, "Yeah, you had a joke about making fun of like old people at your job or something." So I'm like, 6 months ago, you remember one of my jokes?
Yeah.
This is
You're
looking
in,
up.
buddy.
We're
You're
talking.
in.
We're talking.
Yeah.
You know. And then like 8 a.m. the next day, she goes, "Oh, I don't want to lead you on or waste your time. I don't think we'd be compatible. I just thought it'd be funny because I recognized you."
Oh, fuck
And I was
her.
like,
Bitch.
Fuck her.
You. You
That
had to
is
tell me that
so-
at 8 a.m. too.
Right.
Right, to start your day.
Yeah,
like,
like, I got
Ah.
a notification. It woke me up, and I'm like rubbing my eyes. I'm like, "Oh, how's my day gonna start? Oh, I'm unlovable.
rejected.
That sucks. Whoever did that, you suck.
Sealing off my heart. No
Nope.
love.
No
love
love's
for
the way
me.
to go.
I'm gonna be a lone wolf Sigma.
Yeah. This is how real men are born.
Yeah, that's right. What's your stance on farts? If like a girl farts in front of you,
It's whatever.
that's kind of how I am.
Yeah.
Brandon and I
Everybody
don't
farts.
fart in front of each other.
Yeah.
We've been married for so fucking long. We don't. My ex, he would,
Yeah.
and it was funny.
Funny,
Like
yeah.
it doesn't bother me or anything, but yeah,
I think as funny
it
as
happens. It's
It happens. Yeah.
I think farts are the funniest fucking thing in the
They
world.
are.
I
It's
never fart in
stupid.
front of women. I never do it.
Yeah,
It's
no?
gross. No, I don't. I don't.
See,
the
I
one
just
guy
don't.
I have been hooking up with. He's like, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go fart in the other room, and I'm like, I appreciate that. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
don't-
At least it's not gonna smell.
You
It could
gotta
be
get,
funny.
Like, comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but even
oh,
so, I don't want.
Like, listen,
Can't
if
do it
it's
on the
if it's
first
morning
date.
and like we're
No.
kind of both waking up, like I'm letting it roll. Like I'm letting it go. And she doesn't want to admit this, but she farts in her sleep.
Hell
And,
yeah. I woke myself up farting one time laughing, and I woke
She
Brandon up.
does.
I woke Brandon up to tell him I farted in my sleep, and he's like, "Okay."
She doesn't know that that's what woke her up, but I've seen it a few times because she has these dragon farts.
Maybe it's a lady thing.
Dragon fart, man. You are in for a long drive to Hockin Hills, bro.
You-
Dragon farts.
She's been calling me the dragon fart.
You're not even like you could at least call her the mother of dragon farts.
yeah.
No, you're just dragon farter.
Well, she's not the mother of dragon farts. She's the dragon farting.
Puff,
like,
Puff
No,
the
it's coming.
magic
The
dragon
fart is not her.
fart.
The fart is coming out, so she is the mother.
okay, all right.
She
all
is
right, all right.
birthing.
I'll
the
give her.
fart.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
I
the mother
don't-
of fart.
Yeah, you birthed
Dragon
the fart. Okay.
In all my years of being around women and having been through a few relationships, there's only ever been one time one of the women I was dating farted, and it was silent, and we were driving, and this
That's the worst.
this person that I was dating, so light years, like they're all out of my league, but this one was like, just I could hold her in my hands like a giant diamond, right? And we're like driving, and I'm like talking about something, probably like Arby's or whatever, and then a giant fist, a wall of stench, smacks me right in the like. We weren't near a farm, we weren't near a sewage plant, we were just driving, and I was like in my heart, I knew. I go, she just let one fucking fly. And she knew it, and I knew it, and there was like the longest, most deafening, maybe 20 seconds of silence you've ever heard. And then it didn't go anywhere. It just stuck around.
no.
It just hung out.
It stuck around like
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's contract. Where like, we just
Just
lived
kept
through it.
restructuring itself.
And then I was like, I love this woman, and it's like it was like just like filing that story away.
You guys didn't say anything to each other.
What am I gonna say? Like, bro, nice. Like, I just
If I were
just-
her,
yeah, I
I would
fist
just
bumped
roll
her.
the
Yeah,
window down.
I don't.
I would be like, sorry.
We had just started dating. We were just started being like a thing, and I just was like, I don't know. Like I suppose maybe I get like a little like I don't want this person to feel self-conscious thing.
Yeah, but
But I was like, my God.
in my mind, I'm just like, just make it light.
No, I don't
Like, laugh about it. It's funny. People do that. It's
That's why I
natural.
laugh. That's why I
Right.
make the jokes about the dragon farts. 'cause I
Right,
think
yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah,
Because
shit
it's
happens.
like you're sleeping. You can't control it when
Right.
you're sleeping.
It's just your body.
This wasn't
And
a
they're-
person
and
I
they're-
think
and
I
they're
felt safe
fucking-
around.
I know. I know who it is, and I know. Yeah.
And they're
you
fucking-
keep your mouth shut. You don't say
Yeah.
anything.
They're roaring too. So they're like,
Oh God. Maybe I am confirmed a giant pussy.
That's
Is
okay.
more to the point.
well, you and Jimmy can join the Andy Elliott army, and
Let's start our own.
Lock it in, bro.
Dude, do you want to start like a motivational speaker seminar team, dude?
Dude,
I want to try to join a
Dude, you're
cult.
dressed like it.
Without-
That
if I don't
tracksuit
have
and
to-
I wanna
those
start
glasses, You look like a guy that's like, take your shirt off.
Bro,
Go
I
six
love
pack.
I love scolding divorced men, dude. I was in a hardcore band. It's what I know. Let's do it.
Let's lock in, bro.
all right, give us the first lesson.
If I have to give you the first lesson, you don't deserve to learn it.
Fucking nailed
This
it.
is why you're divorced, Bill. This is why your girlfriend, the farter over there, the mother of dragon farts over there, doesn't respect you, and this is why you're going to be in a
Wait, she
cabin.
respects me.
Eh.
She's laughing at you right now.
It's like
Bill.
funny.
She's laughing at you right now because you're sitting over there and you go and you tell your jokes because you don't want people to laugh with you. They laugh at you.
No, they laugh because
This man doesn't respect you right here, and his name is the Fish.
The shadow.
It's time to cut the bullshit out. All right,
You have a shirt on underneath it? What the fuck?
who is
Yeah,
this
I'm not
guy?
a.
That was weird.
Track jacket gets a shirt underneath.
Okay,
All
alright.
other stuff, dude. I'm not a psycho. Okay.
He doesn't want to rub it on his nips. He
Yeah.
doesn't want his nips to bleed
No,
through.
you just you're not I'm not. Come on, it just makes sense. I don't think I'm sick anymore.
Yeah, you fucking alpha mailed your way out of illness.
I cut out the
That's how you
bullshit.
do it. That's how you do it.
That's gonna fucking the levels are gonna blow the fuck out on the recording on that,
That'll
but
be
whatever.
fine.
Yeah,
It's
Who
okay.
cares? Nobody listens.
beat me to that one.
Valid.
But you all should listen, and if you're not listening, then you've already missed the point.
But if they're hearing this, they're listening, so you guys are doing great.
So tell your fucking weak
You're locked
friends,
in.
tell your friends who need a purpose to start listening. Subscribe. We're what they need.
Tell your enemies, too.
You have way more of those than you have friends. I'll tell you that right
If you
now.
want to hurt your enemies, make them listen to this shit.
Put the Cheetos down. Start meal prepping. Drink the protein
Yeah,
shakes.
share the Cheetos. Don't hog them. I'm gonna start the beta male boot camp.
Fuck yes.
That's a video if I've ever seen
Yes.
one. You don't want to do the push-ups? Don't do them, dude. It's like, hey, man, like life's only so long. Just chill, dude. It's
Sit
cool.
on that couch.
Hey, listen. Your diet is a way to cope with who you are, and you aren't trying to win the World Series. You're not trying to be the MVP of the Super Bowl. You're just trying to get through your day. So have that gelato, baby. Speaking of which, we got some gelato the other day, and fucking
From where?
just fucking freezer CVS gelato.
Fuck yes.
CVS has a top tier frozen food section that we really enjoy.
I love
You
that.
know what? I think we're approaching a renaissance of like perceived lower tier store food, which is actually bomb. Because a friend of like Mary,
Yeah.
sent me a picture. She bought some soup dumplings from Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
That looked fucking bomb.
Yeah.
Dude, I had soup
To your
dumplings
point.
yesterday from CVS, and then I had they have these like buttered chicken wraps that are so fucking good.
Maybe I'm missing out.
She got this like it was like a tiered like mixable gelato that had like cookie crumbs and like chocolate chips and shit in it. Fucking so rich and so good.
Hell yeah.
It was like CVS is. Got
Maybe
some
we're
good
finally
shit.
catching up to Japan because in Japan people literally fly there just to go to 7-Eleven to
Yeah,
get
they
like
have
the egg
top-
salad sandwiches and
yeah.
shit there.
Dude, I love a good. I had a very good 7-Eleven tuna fish sandwich on my way back from Chicago. That I was like, looked at the date. It was made that morning. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Tasted good?
Fucking So good.
I couldn't eat a bunch, but in Iceland, it's like they only had like 2 like fast food places there. Everything else was like gas station. You can get like a meal.
That's like more.
It's amazing.
common. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
it's
more common
amazing, delicious.
elsewhere in the world.
Yeah.
We
We need more of that.
Yeah, we need
and
more
it
of that,
seems
yeah.
like kind of there's a little bit better,
more of
like
it
you said.
getting better. Yeah.
You know, least
So
options.
I was at Riffs for Cam and Justin Golak's show, and they have a like ramen. It's what are those things where you put them? It's like that for the cigarettes. What are those called?
Vending machine?
Yeah.
A
Really?
ramen vending?
Yeah, it's like a ramen, but it's just like packets of ramen and stuff.
It's a pretty good idea.
And
I'm gonna steal it.
Then they have like a station where you can like pour hot water and stuff
Oh,
like that. It's
I
pretty
didn't see
cool.
that.
And I was talking to Sam, one of the owners of the bar, and I was like, they had pickled mangoes in there, and I love mangoes. And I was like, how are the mangoes? And he's like, they're absolutely dog shit.
Oh, well, at least he said
yeah,
that.
yeah. I was like, dude, I was gonna buy those. And
They were like they're in the
try them.
machine?
They're like in the machine, like in like a plastic bag. And he's like, someone bought them, and he's like, dude, it's what did he say they tasted
I
like?
admire the honesty.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I
no,
know, me too,
honestly,
'cause I'm
thank
like, I'm
you.
about
Yeah.
to like spend money at this place, and he's like, no,
Pickled
they're
mango.
they're
That
so
sounds
gross.
foul.
No, yeah, Sam.
No shit. Why are they?
uh,
Get those out of there.
Sam's a good dude.
he's a good dude,
I don't
man.
know him terribly well, but he's a good guy.
What did he said? I don't know. He said that they just were foul and not anything that.
I thought like there was literally just like a jar of pickled mangoes he made himself, and he goes, "These are we didn't,
no,
we
it was
didn't
like-
do too good here."
Made 'em not great.
just like because they have like all these different.
Now I
kinds
wanna
of
pickle
ramen and
mangoes.
stuff like that. What?
Now I want to pickle my own mangoes.
Let's just try them anyway.
I mean, it's like pickling is not hard to do.
Yeah.
Do you ever pickle something?
I've never pickled anything.
I made pickles
It's super.
before.
It's super easy.
I imagine it is.
It tastes. It's like if
They
you can
just
wait
sell
like
them,
an
so-
hour, it's like fucking like pickled onions and jalapenos. Like it
Oh,
takes
dude,
like
pickled onions are crazy good.
Yeah,
I
dude,
just want
takes
pickled
30 minutes.
pickles.
Right.
I don't want anything else pickled.
You never had a pickle? Oh, you don't eat eggs.
I was like, I
Yeah.
brought
Pickled eggs pretty good.
I love pickles.
I like the
though.
pickles really are getting like a mainstream major label moment right now. Like they're just in everything. Like pickle, I just feel like everything's pickle now. Like
Pickled chips.
Pickled chips.
Pickled chips are
Ohio
good.
Pie's got a fucking unfuckwithable pickled pizza, which literally,
Delicious.
yeah, quit fucking up and try it.
I'm hungry.
I know. Same now.
What do we at,
They
Jimmy?
make pickle
super
ranch.
home.
Hidden,
Oh,
Hidden
fuck yeah.
Valley.
Pickle ranch.
Hidden,
Oh,
Hidden Valley makes a
yeah.
pickle ranch.
All right.
Yeah,
Pickle
dude.
Anything. Bill's like, shut the fuck up. We're
All right,
ending
all right,
this
let's
episode
bring it home.
with
Let's bring
food.
it home.
Before we go, one
Yes.
last thing. So on Friday night, this will be out 2 weeks ago. So this is the 7th. I got to do the Sandwiches of History with Barry Enderwick, I think is his name.
Okay.
That's you. Like, I sent you the stuff. You know the guy. He makes the sandwiches. He makes old sandwich recipes.
Yes.
on
The
TikTok,
TikTok guy.
yeah.
You did a show with that guy?
Yeah, I did a show with that guy. I was the guest, and we like made sandwiches together.
How I'm losing my mind that
I
I
didn't
don't
know
remember
about
you
that.
telling me about this.
I did.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great. And there was like one of the best moments I've had as like a Cleveland celebrity, where like there's probably 50 or 60 people there, and they're like, he asked like, "What's your favorite sandwich?" I go, as a Clevelander, Roman burger. And the way the place fucking erupted, I was like, this might have been my finest Cleveland moment.
Because they agree or
they agreed. Yeah, they're like
I miss
Roman
it.
burger. They're like, yeah.
I honestly
I'm like,
truly
let's fucking go.
believe to my core it's the only actual original Cleveland,
Cleveland
food
food,
export.
yeah. Yeah, I
we
agree.
talked about it before.
Yeah, one of the
That
only things
rules,
I
though.
miss.
Yeah, they're so good. Babe, do you want to get Roman burgers?
Now I'm starving.
Yeah.
I
All
might
right.
break vegan.
Okay, all right.
That sounds good right now.
Do it.
No,
If you break
no.
vegan, you gotta do it on the podcast.
Absolutely
Yes.
not. I wouldn't. I would not.
All right. Well, thank you for coming to Cleveland, America.
It's not a serious place.
Bye.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.